What's up, boys? Today we're going to be doing another massive beam build depending on what we get early on. So heavy gunner for the extra range and reload speed. I'm looking for either really long range elemental beams with the flamethrower plus the cryo cannon, or plasma beams with the breach cutter and the shard diffractor. Either or depending on what I get early on. And then probably adding in the arms core coil gun to mine stuff for me, since that just seems way too good to pass up on the salt pits map. Getting a ton of extra shot buys, which can get you a lot more beam range or other good stats for them. Refreshing more can also give you a lot more chances at the +1 beams for anything that can get that, and that is super nice to have. I am putting a few levels in the Thunderhead early on to help out with the early game. And right back to where we came from. A lot of the beam weapons don't really get fully online until level 18 when they get the +3. I think it's that way for the coil gun and the breach cutter, kind of the shard diffractor as well. Honestly, I don't think I like any of these here. Well, that's pretty good early game, but I think it actually lowers your damage later on. Kind of want some scanners. Nitra, that's pretty good. Give me a lot of extra weapon levels. Cryo cannon. Elemental beams it is. So we're not really going to be scaling the Thunderhead, but a purple that brings it kind of close to an overclock. But now we definitely take some cryo cannon levels when they're pretty close. But at some point I probably will take a decent upgrade on the Thunderhead to get the overclock for it. Cryo cannon. One thing about the heavy gunner on the 10-stage salt pits is I don't think status damage is going to be super relevant later on. As you tend to scale up with extremely high stats, you're almost always going to have pretty good crit chance and damage. So I think that makes status effects a bit worse as a source of damage. Especially if you're getting early nitra scanners, you can get an absolute ton of crit from the nitrogenic powder, which is probably going to dwarf anything you're doing from these status effects. Get it, dwarf? Let's grab some heavy reload. Probably get some damage on them early on when it's pretty easy. Especially if I can do that while mining some nitra. Another cryo level. So next weapon, I'm looking for coil gun, flamethrower. Oh, I already have all that derp. Or the sludge pump, probably. I don't know that the sludge pump works super well with range. I guess I will grab that. Let's go with the +1 beams. Lifetime will naturally get pretty high on that later on. I think having beam range on the sludge pump actually makes the sludge puddles get put further out. So it actually has a bit of a downside in some situations. There we go, had to take it anyways. Let's go with the fire rate and reload speed to improve the single target on it. Since I think with the beam weapons we'll have plenty of AoE anyways, since they're infinite piercing. So looking for coil gun or an elemental beam, I guess we're going sludge pump. Probably just sludge pump level there. That dude's camping.
Stage 1 cleared. Be sure to spend your gold and nitro before the next stage.
Lifetime. That actually might be good on the sludge pump if it applies to the puddles on the ground as well. It won't help that much on the cryo cannon later on, but it might be okay early. Mining speed. That'll probably pay itself off with the value I'll get over time. Lifetime, I don't think I'm gonna... Well, it's actually probably the same stat, but just for beam weapons. I'll get some more mining, and that's about it.
There's beasties to shoot and work to be done. Get to it, miner.
Like, I don't think the cryo cannon gains that much from lifetime since it's already at over 80% uptime, but if the puddles on the sludge pump are also affected by it, then it would also apply a lot more of the acid debuff, which would be pretty good. I don't think there's a stat for that on the weapon though, you just have the lifetime of the beams, and the puddles certainly don't last 4 seconds. I'll have to ask that one in the Discord, there's probably someone who knows that.
Prepare to fight for your life, the big swarm is approaching. Supply pod LZ is full of crap, please clear it out.
Honestly, if I get offered the flamethrower before the coil gun, I think I'm actually just going to take that for the triple elemental beams. And then we'll just grab some mining speed. Won't be as much value as the coil gun, but it'll fit the build better thematically.
LZ ready, resupply inbound.
Ooh, +1 beams for that already. And a gold scanner, and a coupon, so those are both great. Weapon range, potency are both great, but we are going for a massive range here. Good freeze.
Objective completed. Excellent job. The scout just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
Oh yeah, damage numbers. Had to turn that off for something crazy earlier. We'll almost certainly have to turn damage over time off at some point, but it's okay for now. These are all kind of bad. Don't quite have enough range to hit him yet. With the sludge pump, it might still be better to go potency on that. I think that one actually has a pretty high damage over time component on it, even if you are going for crit scaling and all. I guess take the higher rarity out of those. It might be time to go for some damage on the elites. If I can stop them a bit out here, we can probably hit some rocks up at one of them. Okay, pretty good hits on both. Now they'll probably die from some damage over time stuff at some point. Oh, he's getting pretty fast. I guess the crappy cryo level. Coil gun, so I guess we should grab that. Have that help us out with mining later on, but I'm going to be focusing the cryo and the sludge pump and only taking levels on that if there isn't anything good for those two. Will still be a full, or as full as I can be, elemental beam build, but just having a utility mining weapon. Reload into an overclock. Grab the +1 beams for that. Reload speed shouldn't really be an issue later on. Yeah, coil gun. Oh, sludge bomb. It's fine. Potency for the sludge pump, since that one has a +1 beams legendary already. Freeze them and then run in. Let's grab the potency. I don't think paint jobs will be super necessary. Definitely take luck every time. I'll grab a bit of armor since I am a damage over time build. Weapon range, definitely. I don't think I need paint jobs for those. Weapon range. Potency. What did I get earlier? +1 beam, so I guess we're going full damage on that one, since there's no burning effect for it. Won't be able to buy anything with gold.
Load up and get going, miner. We have quotas to fulfill.
Oh yeah, I actually should be grabbing some coil gun overclocks in the shop as well. Since I have gold and nitrous scanners, those will probably pay themselves off as well if I get the mining for that. What if there was like an unstable overclock for the sludge pump where it gave you a bunch of extra range, but it also caused it to leave the poison trails under the entire beam? That would be pretty cool. Or they could have one that gives you like a bonus to that weapon based on how many acid stacks are on the enemy. Since later on it's pretty good at applying those, and you can do the 4 acid build on the driller, which is pretty cool as well. Red sugar's not terrible. I have 4 rerolls. Let's see what I can get. Nitro powder's pretty good. I guess I'll go ahead and lock that in. Sludge pump. Magnet in the bottom left.
Swarm's heading your way. Load up. Exemplary work. You've achieved your objective in record time.
I will take that for the 2 main weapons over a coil gun upgrade. Yeah, I guess with no burn on the cryo cannon, with the increased damage, reduced potency, and the nitrogenic powder already, we're kind of hard onto the crit now. But the acid debuff does ramp that up. It doesn't scale its own debuff damage. Let's go with the sludge pump, since that's got the +1 beams. I don't know that that sounds like a good idea when it's also increasing the damage of everything, even if I am going for raw damage. Cryo level. try to run through as they're frozen, hopefully. Cryo, or sludge pump reload. I'll take some global damage. Those are both really good. That'll help me get more beams throughout the run. And I want beams! Cryo cannon. Some crit chance. Cryo cannon. I'll take the XP over that. 50% damage. I guess reload. Paint job. Crit damage. I guess I will take damage on that. Okay, freeze them and then try to run through. Sludge pump.
Gotta move on, miner. The pod will head out momentarily. Plenty more where that came from. Stage 4 is waiting for you, miner.
Weapon range, I think that's fine on reload. 1.83 is already quite low. Bit of beam damage. Paint job is pretty helpful on that. There we go, got the terrain damage on it. Some movement. I think I'll pass on that. Luck, definitely. One more. Don't think I want a paint job. I will take some potency there and grab that for the massive weapon range and a bit of XP. Oh yeah, I don't have to spend the nitra since I have the powder.
Get it done, miner.
But we do still need a lot of levels on the coil gun in order for it to actually mine at a decent rate.
Exit completed.
Ooh, this is a great roll. I think I'm gonna go with the early scanner. Weapon range. That's one of the best resource hoarding hoarders I've ever seen. 2 different artifacts for the build. And another one?
Prepare to fight for your life. The big swarm is approaching.
I don't think I've seen 2 hoarders on one stage on the 10 stage salt pits before. Damage isn't really... Well, Chemist Kit's actually not bad. It's not amazing, but it's not bad. And I think you can only have one of those, so that will also make other artifacts a bit easier to hit.
Swarm detected. Get ready. We'll be with you shortly.
Global damage is pretty good since that works on the base damage and the status effects.
Clear the landing zone of obstacles. The swarm is heading your way. Load up.
Another global, I'll take that over damage on that, but I'd probably take reload speed for the coil gun. Gold tips? I think I will lock that in to go with the 1 scanner so far. cryo actually can easily outrange him now. Probably some crit damage there.
Quota satisfied. The drop pod is arriving. Get moving. It won't hang around.
Might actually get more from constantly mining the salt than the loot bugs. Oh, there was a magnet somewhere that I forgot. Oops. I'm gonna die if I go for that now. Big whoops.
Excellent work, Miner. Stage complete. Onwards to stage 5.
Sludge pump, some XP, bit more pickup, probably some more movement as well. Nope, that's extremely expensive.
What else we got?
Don't think I want any of that.
Next time will be better.
That's reload speed,
Now
sludge
this
pump
is a
level.
rare show me more.
Probably hold the gold instead of take that, but I do need the overclocks for that still.
The Dreadnought will emerge when you destroy the
Were there any decent coil gun levels there? Did I miss them? Might have just been tunneling the cryo cannon and the sludge bomb. I can probably hit 18 without that. Let me get a bit of status damage, I guess. With this run, I can at least test how status performs when you get some early strong crit chance. The breakdown on the sludge pumps, that's normally it's pretty good at having a fair amount of status damage. We also got the kit to boost that a bit as well. Probably should have taken the legendary pickup range, but I want my beams.
Can't land the supply pod. Impact zone is cluttered. Get it fixed. Stand clear. Supply pod inbound.
Probably take the crit for everything. I don't care about any of those. Those are okay. Well, that's actually probably bad now. That's certainly bad. Ration's okay. I only have 2 rerolls left. All right. Ooh, legendary weapon range every time.
Think you can kill me? Well, think again.
Magnet at the bottom middle, don't forget this time. Well, I'm gonna take the status damage. It was only reload speed.
Think you can kill me? Well, think again.
Objective completed. Dreadnought threat eliminated. Objective completed, Miner. Get to the drop pod before it heads back to orbit.
Time to farm with my massive beams.
Gotta move on, Miner. The drop pod will head out momentarily.
Sludge pump level, reload speed, sure. Another level there to finally get the +3.
That elite never stood a chance. I will see to it there is a beer on the house when you make it back. If you make it back.
I think I'm just gonna hold and look for some beam range and then move on.
Nothing for me here.
There we
Let's try
go.
again.
Couple
Let me
more
try
rerolls, I
again.
guess. Paint job
A
there is
gorgeous
pretty
gun
helpful.
for a gorgeous dwarf.
A little bit more movement.
What else?
And I guess one more
I
reroll.
want another go.
I don't think I'm gonna take any of those. So we're just scaling up the damage to 8% and 160% crit chance now.
Next one. Let's go somewhere.
Swarm detected. Get ready. We'll be with you shortly.
Perfect shot, right across the gold. That was a money shot, get it? Because it only hit the gold there.
Can't land the supply pod. Impact zone is cluttered. Get it fixed. Big swarm detected. Lock up and get ready.
Let's just second overclock for that.
Stupids.
I don't think I care. The magnet's okay. Nitra scanner or encabulator. I'm going Nitra scanner.
The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming. Objective completed. Threat level keeps rising. You have to move, miner.
Weapon range.
Quota satisfied. The drop pod is
Although the downside is that the elites die even when they're completely off screen. Oh man, that one was pretty far away. Okay, let's just go with the damage, I guess. Just getting worried there for a second.
miner. Move it.
So 301% damage, 232 crit right at the end.
I will see to it there is a beer on the house when you make it back. If you make it back.
Reloads will probably pay itself off. We'll take the reload there. That's a pretty cheap level for it. Plus 1 beams, absolutely. I guess.
Hell yeah! More options.
Pick up, could probably use a bit of that and have it pay itself off.
Fine if I do.
I think the reload on that's okay.
More options.
Weapon range, maybe a bit more reload.
Best. Show me more.
Luck.
Lock it in.
And one more reroll, weapon range, luck,
Give it to me.
and reload.
Want it.
There's work to be done. Up and at 'em, miner.
Too good for this shit.
So we're at 7 beams on that with 280% range.
Swarm detected. Get ready. We'll be with you shortly. The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
guess take the level on that one. XP scanner? Or massive damage? May as well. Now we have at least one of each. Sure. Bit of beam damage. Sludge bomb. Up to 273% damage and 268% crit chance.
Never stood a chance. I will see to it there is a beer on the house when you make it back. If you make it back.
Bit more pickup.
More options.
Paint job for the coil gun. Bit more pickup. Luck. Reload to finish that off with +3 beams. Bit more pickup.
Nope. Try again.
We're probably fine on pickup now.
I want
Just
another
looking
go.
for weapon range and luck and +1 beams, I think.
Let's shake it up.
And I guess I'll grab some more potency on that for the debuffing power.
There's beasties to shoot and work to be done. Get to it, miner.
Guess I could have used a bit more pickup. Oh well. I'll probably grab all that eventually. Reload speed.
Prepare to fight for your life. The big swarm is approaching.
Ah, yeah, that's much better with the +3 beams finally.
The swarm is heading your way. Load up.
Sure. That'll fix the pickup issue, probably. And just like that, the area's almost gone.
Swarm detected. Get ready. They'll be with you shortly.
I guess. I don't think I care. I guess. Pretty late for it. But maybe we'll get some cool weapon range or beams with it. Man, they're dying so fast. Can't outrange them anymore.
Achieved your objective in record time.
try the damage.
All tasks complete. Stage finished. The drop pod is prepped and ready. Get on it before it leaves. The drop pod is about to leave. Get your ass moving, miner.
Woo, baby. I'm not scared of you.
337% damage, 392% crit chance, perfect 666 nitra.
There is a beer on the house when you make it back. If you make it back.
I
Sure,
guess.
why not?
Pass on
Let's
those.
shake it
Plus
up.
1 beams, definitely.
I'm feeling lucky.
More potency.
The stuff of legends. Nothing for me here. Let's try. What else we got?
I don't think I really need that. I don't think it has 7 beams either. I think it's bugged from that somehow.
Show me more.
Beam damage, nah.
Surely next time will be better.
I probably would have taken that early on, but we're getting close to the end now.
I want another go.
That's pretty expensive.
This is a simple mining mission.
The circle from the sludge pump is definitely off the screen over there. I don't know the exact method to use that. I'll try and find it on the last level and take the gold scanner here.
This one show me.
The scavengers lead us like a Christmas tree. They got a swarm incoming. The swarm is heading your way. Load up. Well done. You got them all.
Meet your maker, Crane. This one shoots best.
Let's reroll that, and that's okay.
Drop pod has arrived. Get there before the timer runs out. The drop pod is not going to hang around. Gather up your spears and get onto that drop pod. It's about to leave. That elite never stood a chance. I will see to it there is a beer on the house when you make it back. If you make it back.
Nope.
Gonna roll the dice on this one.
I
Give it
guess.
to me. Surely next time will be
Nope.
better. More options.
Damage.
More
Nah.
options.
Ooh.
This is the smart. What else we got?
Ooh.
Might as well. Yoink.
We'll grab some more
Show me
potency for it
more.
as well. Luck.
Hiss. Nothing for me here. Let's try again.
And then one
More
more.
options.
Nah.
Here we go. You've
10
found the
beams.
Dreadnought. Now you just need to make
Yeah,
them
that
out of
does not have 10
hibernation by
beams.
destroying the cocoons. Show them what a single dwarf can do.
Though a 10 beam coil gun would be pretty funny.
Think you can kill me? Well, think again.
Everything disintegrates before me. Nah. I guess.
Down plant and supply pod. Impact zone is cluttered. Get it fixed. Landing zone ready. Impact imminent.
Coil gun is still firing and I can't see anything on the screen. Yes. No more rerolls. So we're at 529% damage, 640% crit chance, 10 beams with 280% range for it. But I have to keep them very far away to optimize the acid pools, which are just like a wave before me as I move around. Or actually, he just takes a ton of damage in close range because more of the beams are hitting. And then there's the maximum acid range off the screen on the bottom, but not quite on the other areas. I guess it's mostly off the screen there, just a tiny little sliver. And none of the bugs even get close. The Praetorian just melts in the acid trail. The ultimate tower defense. Pretty nice amount of luck. Had barely any survivability since nothing could get on the screen anyways. Oh, it's showing the right amount now. That's strange.
Your objectives have been fulfilled. A job well done, miner. Come on home.
So the acid dot was, I think, 36 million-ish? So if we had taken all of the potency and status damage upgrades, probably could have gone close to twice that maybe? So it actually is very significant still, even with the 400% crit chance, scaling up the weapon damage of the weapons, as well as a ton of acid stacks, scaling that up as well. But no fire since we didn't have the burn over there. And the coil gun actually did more damage than either of my main weapons. Interesting. I guess if you include the acid debuff, then the corrosive would still be a bit higher, since that was buffing everything else quite a bit. But that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.